guys. Tonight I'm going to read you some interesting facts about The Walking Dead. The first fact: all of the principal actors have a last supper the day they film their dead scenes. From season to season, the opening titles and the walkers decompose more and more to show elapsed time. No one knows exactly how the virus started or how it is contracted. One theory is that it is not actually contagious, but everyone already has it. When a person dies, they will reanimate as a walker, regardless of how they were killed. Among the common nicknames for the Walking Dead that are shared in different groups are walkers, lame brains, biters, rotters, lurkers, roamers, geeks. The term zombie has never been used throughout the course of the series. During lunch breaks, the zombie cast would eat together while the human cast ate together. You can buy the same Horton Scout HD 25 crossbow that Daryl uses on the show at your local Walmart or online for $320.84. In an interview on National Public Radio, Stephen Yoon, who plays Glenn, said that his parents, who immigrated from Korea as adults, watch the show faithfully but do not always understand the nuances of the English used in it, so they get a bootlegged version with Korean subtitles. Ewan also said that his father once asked him to thank Melissa McBride for saving his life. Even though Ewan reminded his father that it was all make-believe, Mr. Ewan insisted that his son should thank her, which he then did. In the comics, Glenn and Maggie end up adopting Sophia, who is Carol's daughter. Melissa McBride plays Carol. Herschel was the group's moral compass and created a safe haven for Rick and his group on the farm. Herschel is no longer on the show. The character was decapitated by the governor, but he didn't say goodbye to the show without a keepsake. He walked away with his fake severed head and kept it as a mantelpiece. During an interview, Robert Kirkman claimed Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl, originally auditioned for the part of Merle Dixon. He was rejected, but his audition so intrigued the showrunners that they created the part of Daryl just for him. In season 2, Beth is 17 years old. In reality, Emily Kinney was 25 years old when she joined the cast. The walkers have a very loud and unique sound that is a mixture of a growl and groan. However, the walkers are actually absolutely silent during the production. The noises you hear from the walkers are added in post-production. They are also instructed to move like they are leaving a bar at 2 a.m. The leading character, Rick Grimes, is from the fictitious King County, Georgia, which is named in honor of Stephen King. The name Edwin Jenner, the doctor at the CDC, is a reference to Edward Jenner, who developed the first vaccine, which was for smallpox. The character who is referred to as the governor had a stash of 24 heads he stored in tanks. To give them that extra creepy look, they were stained yellow using coffee grounds and tea. HBO execs passed on The Walking Dead because they thought it was too violent. The actress who plays Tara is the real-life sister of Francis from Malcolm in the Middle. 80s, guts were made out of chicken breasts. The cast stunt doubles are hilarious. Carl's double is actually a 31-year-old woman named Ashley. In the 1830s, the settlement at the end of the Western and Atlantic Railroad lines. Was called Terminus. It would later be called Atlanta. The human flesh the walkers eat is ham soaked in vinegar. The mouse Lizzie tries to feed the walker in season 4 is mostly made of gelatin and grape jelly. Daryl, Merle, and Sasha don't exist in the comic world. The bag of drugs Daryl finds has blue meth in it, a nod to Breaking Bad. The car Glenn uses in the first season is also a nod to Breaking Bad. Andrea is still alive in the comics. She and Rick are lovers. The missing arms on McConey's walkers were made with green screen gloves. Carl's husband is never mentioned in the comic. In the comics, Rick's hand gets cut off pretty early on. They didn't cut his hand off in the show because it would take too much CGI and get in the way of action scenes. People on set call Andrew Lincoln Andy. Andrew Lincoln, the governor, and Maggie are all also British in real life. The walkers also don't blink. In post-production, they try to edit all blinking out. They use a lot of green screens. The characters were originally going to find refuge in a high school instead of a prison. In the second episode, when Michael Rooker, aka Merle, was shooting from on top of a roof, the actual SWAT team was called in because people thought he was a sniper. There's only one episode that features only 2 people from the main cast. T-Dog's real name was Theodore Douglas. Andrew Lincoln's real last name is Clutterbuck. And Norman Reedus was in a Lady Gaga music video. And that's all I have for tonight. So I know the content wasn't very relaxing, but hopefully at this stage you can get some sleep. Sweet dreams.